On your right, that is the memorial garden to both World Wars, but particularly to the Somme. The Battle of the Somme is an event which troubles. There were bombings in both pubs on both sides, and there were sort of reprisal bombings. One of the bars that was here was called the Bayardo Bar, and you'll see it there coming up on your right-hand side. It commemorates those who were killed in the bombing of that bar. And then once we get to the top, we're going to turn left along Agnes Street, and we're going to say goodbye to West Belfast. We're going to make our way towards the Crumlin Road, because that's where our next stop is going to be for the jail. Can I remind everybody that we are only legally allowed to take passengers on and off at designated bus stops. If you're in any doubt, just go to the nearest bus stop, wave your route map, and that should do the trick. As long as you're at a bus stop, that's no problem. If you don't do that, the poor driver could get his collar felt. Serial murders were carried out around here by gangs. However, that is all a thing of the past.
Courthouse.
In fact, just recently, Belfast was voted the second safest city for tourists in the world, second only to Tokyo. Directly opposite the jail, you'll see also the old courthouse, designed also by Charles Lanyon. Who else? And it closed in 1998. There's a tunnel that connects the jail and the courthouse. The prisoners would have been taken from one to the other along that tunnel. It really does look in a sorry state, the courthouse, because although it's a listed building, it was sold by the government in 2002 to a property developer for £1, under the expectation that he was going to turn it into a fancy hotel. Well, that didn't happen. All that did happen was that it got two fires which left it as the empty husk that you see here. Although just recently he did sell it for 25 million to another property developer, so that's a nice markup. Coming up now, Good Zoo. Coming up on our right, you can see the Orange Order headquarters. The Orange Order is an order which promotes the Protestant faith. A lot of people try to sort of use the word orange or Orange Order as synonymous with Protestants. It's not really the case. There's only about 3.5% of Protestants in Belfast. Anybody wonder for the Cathedral Quarter? Okay, no problem, that's allowed. Something in TripAdvisor. That's what I've been asked by my boss. So if you did enjoy it, my name is Gavin.
You don't let them breathe.
He's just taller than that. He looks smaller because he's got a hump in his back.
You ever have more than right through the eggs? What can we have size? There's a
BMW tackle. That's Hector.
That's the start and finish here, look.
Used to come in here. Used to park in here. Harry.
There you go. There's your start. Do you want to stand on the start and finish line, mate?
I'm going to save my battery for inside, Harry.
That is as well, isn't it? I think it was both dead.
Is it?
Yeah, 67.
Although what it's going to do, like you said, you get trained to leads from the Penrith, it's almost someone driving across it.
Unless they got it on the unless they got it on the hand.
But they wouldn't even apparently get it.
That's the gear one.
He managed to surprise
It's weird because I used to make it down there. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Lovely little pond.
Yeah.
Bruce, I'll do a photo, quick photo. You don't wear them, man, do you?
How you doing, mate?
How's things?
Not too bad.
You don't think it's all down, do you? I should go the best.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not needing it today, but
T-shirts and everything in here.
You know what he said? When it's longer, when it's shorter, you have to use a smaller spring. What?
Yeah, it was good. It's about 100 quid.
What's happening with Superbike? He's done getting some tires out.
You can get obviously if it's up to I will go on more times.
Right.
Alan. 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 Just something to say.
See where you're looking up.
Oh,
What do you say?
So 9 o'clock then, bit this?
They want Martin.
does he know me? Texted him, no?
I don't know, really.
They want to go already for a autograph session. This is Dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hiya. It's on from he's got physio until 2:30. Oh yeah.
Who's he?
I don't know, Facebook. Greenhouse.
Hey,
You alright?
yeah, yourself?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Can he complain?
It's a miserable day now.
Oh,
Hey?
It's a miserable day.
Oh, it's not good.
No, but we'll have to put up with it.
What's the forecast for tomorrow? A bit drier?
Cloudy, that's all I know as far as I know. It's cloudy, that's all I heard. But I don't know.
Gotta take it as it comes.
That's all we ever do. Well, I'm not a rider, I'm just in my hand. Stuck up onto the hood. You find it at last? Oh. Aye, so he's not looking good.
He won't be riding the TT this year.
No, that's him. I would, well, I don't know.
Joey, we on. You don't start yet, did you? Hey? Joey, Joey, what?
They were going to call Redwood.
Yeah. He's not gone.
Oh, yeah, we've got.
Right.
Hey, you just.
Yeah, tidy round. Yeah.
First gear.
Enough. Good enough.
Right?
It's good enough.
Poke in the mouth. That's some poke in the mouth.
Oh, David's on board. Oh, he's blocking his way. Right, what are you after?
So it's this like into.
What's a bit further down that?
I'm sending. That's enough fuller. You're going to have to write to him all the...
I wonder what that one that Mick's got. He said, Stuart said it's a 750. This Triumph that Mick's got, this new Triumph.
He's getting rid of speed triple and getting a new 750.
Yeah, it's a 750.
How you doing? You alright? How's things?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, fine, thanks. You don't mind if we get a photograph, do you?
No problem, yeah.
Please. Can we take a picture for us with it?
It changes in a bike.
We've been very lucky this week, so hopefully as soon as we get a few good dry races we'll be good.
You've had good weather Tuesday, haven't you, on Thursday?
The track's quite good. This rain will wash the rubber down away, you know, it'll be greasy now, so it's, I don't know, we'll see.
Balancing them up, innit?
photograph.
Thanks a lot, William. Cheers for that.
Même pas changé encore. Vous êtes sûr, ouais, il y a un problème.
It's champagne, isn't it?
These are all the big ones.
Last race.
Hey, race day.
Chris actually didn't cut out this morning, unfortunately. But no, listen, the competitors know, they know when the road's closed, they know when the...
Right, I've set this recording now.
After the Super Sport week comes the big bikes, and that's when track conditions are going to be truly critical.
Yeah, very much
so.
so.
This hopefully will dry the track out, and then we'll know what to do, and we'll look at the weather radar again, and we'll see how much time we've got. And hopefully, we can get another drive
I've got
on
a
it.
shower coming in 11:25 local time. That's pretty much half an hour away.
What are the odds on this? What are you offering odds?
Why not?
Yeah, I am offering odds. So I'm hoping that 6 laps around here. About right, actually. We should just about get this race underway and sorted.
Well, we'll find out in a moment what the answer is to these conditions. Michael Dunlop, of course, we've talked about conditions rewarding smooth riders. The other thing it rewards is brave ones. And
looking at that, I think number 37 there, I'm talking James Hillier, I reckon he's got a slightly more treading tyre on than anyone else I spotted across the front there. On the front.
It's hard to tell from here, but it does seem to have double the number of cuts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, would he have gone for an intermediate front?
Yeah, I think that's a softer, more intermediate front tyre for James Hillier on the second row.
Well, we can't quite see it from there, can we? But they're sounding the buzzers and clearing the grids. Still can't see it from here, really, properly.
So, 6 laps.
Watch the lights, everybody on their best game now as the first race of the day gets underway. Who gets the start? It's Dunlop, I think, on the inside, or is it Seeley?
It's Seeley. Seeley hits the front as they go in there. Bruce Anstey is in the pack, thank goodness for that. So Bruce did get to start this race, and there you can see Hutchie slipping into third place as they go through there, through Millbank Avenue down to Primrose Hill. And it is number 34, the wee wizard, has blasted off the line.
Michael Dunlop got well shuffled back. Here comes Hutchie into second place, past Lee Johnston. On the gas going up the hill, James Hillier has moved up to 4th place, I think. Or was that Martin Jessup probably just behind him there?
Yeah, it is the wee wizard that's out in front at the moment. We ride with the helicopter, thank goodness, here today as they come up to Mill Road roundabout. It looks reasonably dry through there. Guy Martin is on the grid. There he is, number 2 starting, number 14 beside him there.
Yeah, he didn't do particularly well in this.
Yeah, that's Joey Thompson
on Thursday night. So Guy Martin struggling a bit to get back up to racing temperature himself as we go to the high-speed stuff on the straight. And the slipstream toes Bruce Anstey out into the lead. What happened? Bruce Anstey has been so low-key all of a sudden here's racing Bruce.
Yeah, I know, that's his racing Bruce. He's got at the front, there's Lee Johnston, we're just going past him. So, number 13, Lee Johnston on the Jackson Racing Honda. And they're all kind of battling it out at the moment, not really knowing what they're going to come up against at the moment.
Michael Dunlop's what they're going to come up against, I think that's Michael Dunlop, is it?
Look at the lead that Seeley has, unreal. And that was a bit of bravery at Station Corner, I would imagine, from Alistair Seeley's point of view. I think you've got to have your money on him.
It's Hutchie
in second place there. Yeah, Lee Johnston in 4th, Bruce Anstey 5th.
It's got a bit, that's not Martin Jessup's crash, I mean,
I think that's James. I think that's Hillier.
Must be Hillier. So what's happened to Martin Jessup then, if that's not him?
magic roundabout.
But they've closed that down a bit, haven't they? Because Seeley, unfortunately, he's the one that has to encounter what's there. He can't see what's going on. Exactly like we heard from the boys downstairs. The guy out in front is the one that has to sort of take the gambles. You can look at what he's doing. You can gauge yourself on that. But that is the Gearlink Kawasaki that broke down. The other reason it broke down, and I think the reason he didn't win his 19th race, was simply they had fuel contamination. A load of awkward watery stuff in the fuel. I saw the fuel pump and the filter. It was awful. So it's fuel contamination that dragged him to a halt in the first Supersport race.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Out of the Mathers chicane. Up there. This is all fairly dry now. Tyre temperature's up nice. That's Dean Harrison at the back of that pack.
Dean Harrison with his head down and getting the toe.
Nicely through there.
So this is where it's important. What we think, or Steve thinks particularly, is that when they get to Metropole, they're going to stop dicing quite so hard and ride the coast road in a single file and dry the line out and save it for later.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I think particularly this first lap, I don't know where Seeley's got to at the moment, but if he can get himself along that coast road, I can't see too many people passing him at the moment. There he is out in front. That's Hutchie fairly well behind him there. Those two, in fact, yeah, Hutchie on the new R6 Yamaha. It's got a bigger fairing this year. It's slightly lighter, same sort of engine. This is where it's awkward to know what's going on there. So Hutchie making up some ground. He switched to Dunlop tyres this year. Through they go towards Church Corner now, still looking relatively dry, but it is Alistair Seeley's the one that's having to encounter it first. Hutchie's got a chance to have a look at what he's doing the whole time, and you can see he's making up a lot of time now. Alistair Seeley being cautious, and it's the right thing to do this first lap.
But that's what Hutchie's doing, is if you go through there that fast, I can go through that fast or a little bit faster, and now he's closed the gap right up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has done, but Seeley was able to get on the power a bit earlier, a bit quicker as they went over the top of Black Hill. This is the worst part now. This is the slippery part we were talking about as they come down to Juniper chicane.
Seeley, Hutchie, and it is Martin Jessup in third place, then Bruce, then it's Lee Johnston.
Gingerly through there. This is where you can see it is relatively damp, but the good news is these tyres are up to temperature. They'll have an enormous amount of grip, more than the riders will expect, but that's erring on the side of safety, which you should always do, particularly this first lap. Second time around they'll have a much better idea.
Seeley where he wants to be, from pole position, leading the field across the start-finish line at the end of the opening lap.
That's the wet patch there that you can see. Somewhere down the inside. That was William Dunlop, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
So, over the line they go.
So, Seeley, Hutchinson, Jessup, Anstey, Lee Johnston, Alan McLean, then Michael Dunlop.
Bruce just went through there. Bruce Anstey just got through.
So, Bruce Anstey has gone up a place. There he is. You can see the number 5 and the bright yellow Kiwi.
And new sponsorship for Clive Paget, which is good news. He came out with those bikes with white fairings, and Euro Auction, Plant Hire Auction Company have supported them for this event, so that's good news for the Paget team.
Adam McLean just stitched up Lee Johnston going round York Road corner. Onto the brakes now. It's still close together here. Seeley from Hutchie, from Bruce, from Martin Jessup.
Seeley just seems to have that punch off the corners, that relatively old Kawasaki that he's ridden before, the Gearlink machine, just seems to get off the corners really well. Maybe he's just a little bit more confident, tapping on the power. The good news for him is he's got far enough away to get to not have the slipstream from Hutchie, unless Hutchie's got a bit more speed and power and closes him down. But at the moment, it won't be. That hole in the air is too far in front of him, I think. But it looks like that Yamaha is fast. I'd say whether it's the camera angle, it looks like he's closing him down a little bit, but it really will be on the performance of the engine. About now is where you might think about starting to get a slipstream.
Is he going to get a toe forward?
Yeah, I reckon
yes,
he is now. He's right in that point, but they're back up the braking area now.
He's right behind him going over the link road then. Looking at the inside, but it's a bit too late for that, isn't it?
The Yamaha is fast. Who's that? Just Jessup gone past.
Yes, that was Bruce going backwards, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So Bruce came forward into third place, now goes back to fourth. Martin Jessup with his head down. Lee Johnston is back in front of Adam McLean, I notice.
Yeah,
he's in front of Michael Dunlop, in fact, so Adam McLean's been
Oh, around the outside, Hutchie. Are you serious? I was saying they wouldn't do that. Hutchie obviously felt he could go faster around, and if he could have just got a bit further, he'd have had the line for the flick when they go to the right-hand side. So, Ian Hutchinson, he is the man at the moment. He's obviously coming used to those Dunlop tyres he switched to.
Well, the slipstream is towing Bruce up on Martin Jessup, but he's not passing him. Johnston on the other side of the
Hutchie down the inside on the braking zone. Slams it down there. They're all closing up here. There's a real bottleneck there. Lucky to save it, but Ian Hutchinson gets to the front, out of Mathis chicane, or going on the braking into the Mathis chicane. Ian Hutchinson on the new R6 Yamaha, the McCams R6, Monster Yamaha, hurtles down there. Just look at him bouncing around, trying to keep his head underneath the screen. Big lad, you can see that he's taken on there, but that was the perfect, and he's now the one that's punching the hole. There's Jessup on the inside. They're coming to the braking zone now. Keep off that red paint, I reckon, in this wetness. That's Michael Dunlop who's just gone up a place in front of Lee Johnston.
For a moment there, I thought Jessup was through as well, but it's Seeley back in front, and Martin Jessup got such a good run on Hutchie, but I think Hutchie was getting out of Seeley's way and closed the door on him. At first, second, third.
Jessup's in the slipstream now. Is he going to do it before they get to the braking zone down at Metropole? He's on the inside, and it's side by side, and he's done it. He's through. Bruce Anstey still hanging in there.
How many have we got here? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. This is 600 racing as we know and love it. Johnston riding round the outside there, and places changing constantly behind the leaders. Tell you what.
What?
Here comes Bruce. No, Bruce. He's not.
Bruce is looking happy and comfortable, and that bike's fast. It's the CBR.
He was just thinking about
Honda.
that. Is Hutchie having an issue now? He's just going backwards. But I
don't know if he is. He certainly is between these two. Jessup. What about Jessup? 2 wins here on Thursday.
I know. He's right up there, right behind Alistair Seeley. Bruce on the inside. Hutchie's coming back at him. Lee Johnston's behind.
Nicely through there. Jessup, of course, number 40 on the Riders' Triumph, the Triumph Daytona, the 3-cylinder machine. It's a nice, torquey engine on it. He's got the master in front of him. There's no one better to follow around here. Bruce Anstey, number 5, the Kiwi.
So 2 laps completed as they come round to cross the start-finish line, and there's not a whisker in it, is there? Whatever the fractions say, they are this close together all the way. Just keeps on happening, doesn't it? Rider.
Oh yeah, how close do you like it as they flash through the line there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we're talking 13 riders within 3 seconds.
There's Hutchie looked back then in an odd place, really, to be wondering who's behind him to see who it was, and it was Lee Johnston, but I'm not sure if Hutchie has an issue, or is
I think he's weighing things up, quite honestly. It was interesting talking to Martin Jessup the other day, and to James Hillier as well, saying he was just letting them all battle it out in front and get peppered in stones, and we're going to try and do it as the race panned out, and there's still many laps to go yet, but it's still Seeley that's hit the front again.
We're on our 3rd lap out of 6, and it is Alistair Seeley at Mill Road roundabout with. That's why they call it a train, isn't it? It's just...
Look at it. I've never seen anything quite like this. So we're now looking at 17 riders within 5 seconds.
Right. Alistair Seeley is towing that entire train down the long straight towards the fearsome right-hander.
Is he going to take it flat out? We're going to see if anyone doesn't, and I think they all do through there now. They've worked out how dry it is, quite honestly. So it's Seeley, Jessup, Anstey 3rd, Hutchinson, Johnston, Adam McLean, William Dunlop, Dean Harrison, Michael Dunlop in 9th, James Cowton 10th, James Hillier 11th. That's your top 11.
Yeah, and that's less than 3 seconds spread. And it's all changing as we look at it. They're all swapping places. There's this the draft drags people forward, and that toe sucks you back as well. Look at this.
Dean Harrison having a look at his good old mate there, gets down the inside there of Lee Johnston. But it is still at the front. It's Jessup. Jessup's got the front. Martin Jessup, the Triumph leads again. I think someone worked it out. It was Malcolm Uphill that last won on a Triumph round here in the 1970s. So, that was previous to Martin Jessup, of course, winning the Supersport race on Thursday.
That's a big gap, isn't it? But the slipstream's not going to leave him comfortably in the lead for very much longer. Here we go.
Not at all, the wee wizard, and that's why it is so fast, that bike. He's light, he gets tucked in very well. The Gearlink Kawasaki is very fast. There's no doubt that it's beneficial on the straights. The diminutive size of him, he's able to get underneath the screen a little better. Power to weight ratio. Hutchie's decided he's had enough playing around. He's back in the game.
Halfway through the race, almost, and you've got to be with the leading bunch. If those two make the break, Hutchie wants to go with them, doesn't he?
Very much so, but he's decided he wants to be back
lapper,
in the frame.
Yeah.
Fastest laps
they're
so
coming in, they're
far
starting fourth.
will
Yeah.
be 55.338. That is Anstey so far.
I'll tell you what, Christian Elkins done a 4.57.
Here we go.
4.54s right back down the field. So back down to fourth goes Hutchie. McAvoy chicane. Bruce is sizing up.
Well, it's just a matter of who gets the slipstream, who gets the toe at what point, who's got the confidence on the damp parts, but everyone knows what's going on there. That's Jessup, isn't it? And Seeley switching places again.
Hutchie's chasing him, isn't he?
Three abreast.
Seeley has worked out that he wants to lead on the coast road, understandably.
That's his, I was going to say forte, that's his where you see Alistair Seeley at his best and use his circuit knowledge and his very best.
Yeah, as they go under, this is where it gets a little tricky, but each lap it's getting drier, each lap they're working out where the damp parts are, each lap the tyres are coming up to temperature. Ladies Ulster lead into Black Hill.
Yeah. And Hutchie's looking at but look, there's still 12 of them in it. It's just
Seeley's coming back though on the outside, but he won't be right for the braking zone. That's William Dunlop, isn't it?
It is.
How about that? The R6 Yamaha of William Dunlop. It's always been fast. Seeley's round the outside. Oh my goodness, there's no way. Oh no, Johnson's down. Lee Johnson's down. He got boxed out. Wasn't really his fault. He had nowhere to go.
And he was saying exactly that, I think, as he walked away from that one.
He got properly boxed in there. How about this? William Dunlop, number 16 from Ballymena on the R6 Yamaha. The engine blow up on the first night. They've got the new engine in there.
From the hotel.
They go. So William Dunlop is going down the inside. Is he? No, yes he is. On the back. How about that? He's boxed his way through there. This is going to be impressive. Dunlop at the front. The crowd are going to go wild.
So he's going straight back at him as they go along the coast road. Seeley out in front.
Oh my
almost
goodness. William's hungry for this one. This is going to be a battle royal.
Well, Alistair Seeley.
Hutchie's not done with, is he?
No, neither's Martin Jessup. That's Adam McLean, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Adam McLean doing a really good job there. He's just slotted himself in there as well, nearly bumped into the side of Hutchie.
Well, let's have a look at this again.
Yeah, look at that. Poor old Lee Johnson had nowhere to go. That was Adam McLean.
He didn't have anywhere to go either, did he?
No, he didn't. No. It was kind of one of the racing incidents, really. There was nowhere to go for anybody.
Lee Johnston.
Yeah, he's saying, bother.
Yes, that wasn't fair.
Yeah, unfortunately there for old Lee Johnston on the Jackson Racing Honda is down and out, but he'll be back up, I can tell you that.
Let's be joyful. It's spreading out a bit now, isn't it? And Alistair Seeley seems to have been fired up by the challenge from William Dunlop on the coast road.
But William Dunlop's got a very fast engine in that R6 Yamaha. I don't know if it's going to be as fast. He's a bigger frame person, of course, and that's the old R6 I'm talking about, with William Dunlop in second place, and Ian Hutchinson's on the brand new model, just been launched. In fact, it's the only one here. There's not many of them. I think there's two in World Super Sport Racing, but
closing right up in the
And
slipstream.
I told you that's fast. That Yamaha down the inside, going to the outside. Seeley for sure blocking on the inside, and why shouldn't he? But now he's going to switch back to the inside. Look at that, late on the brakes. Is he going to get it stopped? Not often you can outbrake, and Hutch is having another go down the inside. He jams it down the inside of Seeley.
We've got racing here at the Northwest 200. What a start to a gloomy day. It was a bit miserable and grey on the start line, and we were all a bit but now look, the temperature's gone right up as they go round Ballycully roundabout. It's William Dunlop from Ian Hutchinson from Alistair Seeley.
Nice to see William win it.
Can he do it?
I'll cheer
it. Not